Hey everybody, today we're going to be making this abandoned barn. So we're going to start off with some references because those are obviously important. Otherwise, we're going to make something that kind of looks like a barn, not something that actually looks like a barn. So these are the ones I chose. It's probably going to end up looking something like these two with a little splash of these. Specifically, we like these details in this one, where you can see the hay through the slats there. It's very beat up. These boards are missing in completing the sentences, which is cool. Probably treat yourself to the best, but now it's eat yourself to the bees. This is a rounded version. Not a big fan of the rounded version, but that's okay. We like the way the paint is chipping off the wood, like this little fence too, and these tiny windows. I like some of the details on that one. But we're probably going to go for something more like this. More traditional, classic, even. All right, let's get to it. Blender. Boom. Here it is. Oh, and if you don't know what that program was, PureRef, they let you put a bunch of references on a big canvas and you can look at them and scroll and group and blah, blah, blah. Super useful. Drag and drop your photos. That's that. All right, so here we are in Blender. I'm going to press A, delete everything. We're going to go Shift A, grab a cube. We're going to take this cube. We're going to grab both of these sides, delete faces. We're going to take it, bring it up a little bit so we can see what we're dealing with here. We're going to definitely scale this on the X and scale it on the Y. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be longer than it is wider. For scale, we're going to use our gentleman here. So right now our barn is looking more like a shoebox. So let's scale this up. Bring it up. I scale it a little bit more. And let's what? I don't even know. Oh. Apply transforms. Alright, so he served his purpose. We'll put him over there. We're going to grab our barn, add an edge loop on the top and the bottom. We're going to grab these vertices on the outside here and get rid of those. So now with our barn selected, we're going to add a mirror modifier. And then we're going to take these and pull it back. Now we want to match some of the references that we have. So let's do that, and then let's extrude, but we'll bring it in so it's more of like at an angle. Go into edge select, maybe bring that up. So from here, maybe we want to keep going up. And then we're going to extrude and bring these together. Make sure they merge here. Merge, 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 merged. Okay. Maybe want to scale it on the something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Now we can delete this face as well. We'll keep this to be the actual top, and we can keep that to be the bottom now for when we mirror things, but this is the process. So we're going to go Shift A. Let's go into side view first. Shift A, mesh, plane, rotate X 90 degrees. Never mind, rotate Y 90 degrees. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. That wasn't intentional, but kind of like it, so we're going to use it. Gbye. So now there's a little bit of a, there'll be a little bit of an overhang. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Scale it on the Y. Scale it on the Z. GZ, scale it down some more. Yeah, man. Okay, scale it on the Z some more. Yeah, something like that. Let's bring it over. Okay. Oh, bring it out. You always got to check every possible angle because something will look right and then it'll look wrong. So then you got to look at it again. So we think this looks pretty good. We're going to bring that down. Maybe we want it a little bit wider. So scale it on the Y. Maybe some thicker boards here. All right. So now we're going to add an array modifier. 0 on the X factor. Let's do 1 on the Y. -1. Let's work in the actual right. We'll just move this down to this end so that we're working in the actual positive direction. .1. Okay. I'll need a bunch of these. 50 to be exact. That's nice. Good round number here. Now we're going to add a mirror modifier. Mirror the floor. Okay, there's that side. So now over here we're going to do a very similar thing. Oh, that's fun. There's very little thickness. Shift A, plane, rotate X 90 degrees. We're going to scale it to make it the size of a board. Put it halfway in between, scale it on the Z. Press the period button to get it close. So now we're going to try to match the angle of the roof so that when we grab our array modifier and increase it on the Y, let's try 0.5, 0.05, okay, maybe more like 0.026. All right, bringing it down, 0.2, further, 0.015. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, we'll leave that there. So that's one of these sections. This is another section over here. So we want to do it. What we want to do its own plane. Rotate that on the X 90 degrees. Same deal. Scale it down. Scale it on the X. Bring it down. Oh. Gbye. Well, let's bring it out to the front. GZ. This is an awfully steep section. So bring that up. Now let's add the array modifier again. Probably not too many versions of this. Let's see if we can. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Maybe this original one. Yeah, bring it a little closer together. Gotta bring this up, so 0.05, bringing it down. -2. -1.5. Nope. negative 0.5, negative 0.18. Okay, negative 0.15. That's pretty darn close. It's only like 3 boards. I think we're okay with that. So same deal. We'll add the mirror modifier, mirror the floor. Boom. Now there's just the one last section to do. This section here. Go Shift A, plane, rotate X 90 degrees, bring it over. Oops. GX. Scale it on the G. Let's see. We'll go GY, bring it closer to the front. I have to make sure all those line up eventually. Bring it down. Yeah, scale it on the X. Yeah, that's kind of the look. Let's do the array modifier. Go in the wrong direction. I guess we could just use -1. Wow, that's all sorts of wrong. Okay, now we just increase these counts and add the mirror modifier. And there is a little bit of overlap here, but that isn't a big deal. We can take care of that relatively easily. Even better. We can do it that way. Rotate on the Y. Add the mirror modifier to this one. Nope. Add to the floor. All right, now let's make sure we label everything. So this would be sideboards. What we got here, these are this inside boards. Well, maybe the center boards. Middle boards and outer boards. So now let's grab these and make a new collection of boards and leave this unapplied. So we'll copy and paste. And we'll grab our copies, new collection, unedited. And then we'll hide those. Cube. I guess we'll just call this barn. What's our other cube? Oh, the duplicate. Sure. Barn, unedited. Okay. So this is where you want to be now. We have our array modifier and our mirror modifier making up the boards. Can mirror this on the y-axis too, so that it fills in the back. Grab those. Okay. So this is a good spot to be. We can fix the bottom very easily, and then we can move on to adding the details. All right, so take these middle boards, apply the array, apply the mirror, Alt-Z, make sure we're in the local axis, the front, Shift-Z, 0, GZ, bring it down. Do the same thing over here, grab it, go into edit mode, grab it, apply the array, apply the mirror, grab all the bottom vertices, scale, Z, 0, click, G, Z. Okay, same with this last one. Grab them, apply the array, apply the mirror, grab all, get out of here, grab all those, Shift Z, 0, click G, Z. Alt Z to get out of that mode, X-ray mode. And there you go. We have the beginning of our barn. Now we can spend some time adding some details. So I feel like the easiest way to do that would be cube. This will be our door. So we'll select our barn. Our center boards, we'll add a Boolean. And we'll select the cube. We'll go over to viewport display. Go to wire. Nope, wrong one. Grab our cube. Go to object, wire. So now we can put a door in there. Let's grab our man. Make him useful again. Oops. Scale our Boolean cube a little bit further. We're going to go Shift D on this bad boy. Same deal. Want to add another Boolean and select the cube again. Make a little window up here. Remember, we have to fix this. Oh, it actually looks fine. I don't know why you disappear. Because they overlap. There we go. Okay, we're going to Shift D this cutter cube again. Put a window over here, maybe. Grab these boards, add a Boolean, grab our cube again. And we want to do another one. Except this one will be another door. Scale it on the Z, bring it down. Same deal. Boolean. Grab cube number 3. Alright. That's looking pretty barnish. We'll grab these, put them in a collection. Cutter cubes. Sure. Okay, so again, we're working this way so that if we want to say, hey, I don't like the door here, I don't like this here, we can, I want it higher, you know, we can make those easy tweaks, like this is too wide or it's not wide enough. So you want to work as non-destructive for as long as possible. But once we dial everything in, then we're going to want to, you know, make specific changes that are going to throw off the symmetry. So maybe this side of the barn here, maybe it got hit by a tree, or maybe the boards underneath broke and now it's sagging, or the foundation is sinking, or the ground is sinking underneath. So some, you know, whatever. You get to tell the story however you want. But this is a pretty darn good place to be. So now we can go in here and we can start saying, hey, this board doesn't exist anymore. Maybe we'll rotate this on the Y and move it over on the X. Say, hey, oh, look at that. You know, begin to add some details in here. Say, okay, we don't like this gap, so we'll go to vertice selection mode, move it over a little bit, move this side up. Maybe we don't like how much of a gap there is in between these. This guy needs to come down a little bit, and over a little bit, and up a little bit. Okay, we like that. So now you can go through and add whatever details you want with whatever references you have. So I'll do that real quick here. Alright, so now after you've added some detail, we can take it a step further by going to our references And as you can see, depending on which way you built the wood, there are these separating points. So if you built it vertically, there's usually a point at which the wood only would go so far, stop, and then you need to get more boards. Where if you built it horizontally, at least on this example, there is less of a noticeable distinction between the lines. This one too, I mean, maybe there's something going on here, but for the most part, maybe they built it halfway, and then there was another board going over, but it's less noticeable. Like here, it's pretty noticeable when you put your. It's less noticeable when you put your boards vertically. So we can add some of those to our structure here. We can go into edit mode, press the knife tool, and take it all the way across. And then we can do it again. Grab the knife tool, take it all the way across. Cut a hole in. Now we've got separate objects, so we can take the bottom here. GZ, GY. Oh. GZ, GY. Bring it out a little bit. Something like that, something to just differentiate the two. Then when we add thickness, we can cover that up. So you can go around and make cuts in. You just press, you go to whatever section you want, you press K, drag the knife tool, make a separation, and then move the vertices around. That's probably about as far as I want to take it in the solid mode, in the solid preview mode. I'd like to get some textures on there and finish it off that way, but we'll save that for the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. A fairly simple tutorial. I guess the final thing we could do would be to extrude these on the Y. After we extrude it, that's probably where I'm going to leave this video. If you want to follow along, I will have another video detailing textures, and then we'll do terrain, and then we'll finish off with the rest of the objects for the scene. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first video, and we will see you in the next one.